the ball today. If you do not have a 10-inch ball or you need to run and get it real quick, you can use a yoga block or just a pillow or something. We're just going to use it for a few different exercises today, so it's kind of fun. Please, you do not need to use it, so don't tune out if you don't have a ball or a block. So go ahead and grab it. We'll keep it close by, but we'll start lying down comfortably, as I like to do, with either the knees bent or the legs out straight as we work on our awareness. So let's place one hand on the chest, one hand on the belly, and breathe in deeply. Feel those abdominals rise with the breath. Working to relax every other part of the body. Just feel those abdominals rise. As we exhale, draw the belly in tight and strong. As we bring that belly in strong, relax the glutes and hips and shoulders, bringing awareness to our core center. Inhale a little longer, deeper breath. Feel those abdominals rise. It's not a forceful breath, so we don't want to feel any tension anywhere else. Draw the belly in tight and strong. As we do that, we want to keep the glutes and hips relaxed. Inhale, feel those abdominals rise. Exhale, draw the belly in tight and strong. Now we're going to hold the core in, that belly anchored. Breathing in now, feel that chest rising up. As we allow the chest to rise, try not to shrug the shoulders. Exhale, draw the belly in, keep the glutes and hips relaxed. Stay anchored in the core. Feel that chest rise. As that chest is rising, make sure not to shrug the shoulders. Exhale, draw the belly in a little tighter and stronger. Let's do that one more time. Feel the chest rise. Exhale. Now place the hands on the rib cage. As we breathe in deeply, let's feel those lungs and ribs expand to the sides, feeling that space between each and every rib. Now as we exhale deeply, we slide the rib cage in as if we're cinching the waist in tight. Anchor the belly. Now check in with the glutes. Make sure the glutes and hips are relaxed. Inhale, long, deep breath. Feel that expansion in the rib cage. Exhale, slide the ribs in, anchor the belly. Exhaling through the mouth. Remember that deep inhalation is through the nose. Filling those lungs, expanding those ribs. And our deep exhalation is through the mouth. Sliding the shoulders down, pulling the waist in, grounding the belly. Now we'll reach the arms straight up to the sky. As we do, let's slide our fingertips up to the sky by pulling the shoulder blades away from our spine. We're breathing in. As we exhale, retract, slide the shoulder blades in, and push those shoulder blades down. So there's not a lot of movement in the arms. We're feeling the muscles along the sides of the back. Inhale, length. Feel the stretch across the upper back. Try not to shrug those shoulders. Exhale, retract. Not a huge movement. Just slide the shoulder blades in. Push the shoulder blades down toward the hips and draw the rib cage in so that entire torso is working together. Inhale, feel the length again, stretch across the upper back. Exhale, retract, slide the shoulder blades in. Let's push the shoulder blades down and then pull the ribs in as well. Last one, inhale, feel the length and stretch. Exhale, feel the strength, retract, push the shoulder blades down. And then release both arms down by the sides. Feel the long length in the neck and shoulders. Now we'll bend our knees if they're not already into classic Pilates. So the knees are bent. Those knees are hip width apart and our feet are flat and grounded. We want to spread those toes and fingers open wide and seal to the mat. So we're very connected and strong, engaged. Inhale, tilt the pelvis forward. So we're going to roll the tailbone to the floor. The chest stays open. As we exhale now, we're going to draw the belly button up to the rib cage. Anchor it to the spine, but not pushing with your glutes. So really try to relax the glutes. Inhale, roll the pelvis forward. Feel that stretch. Feel that little arch in the back. The chest is open. Exhale as we tilt it back. We want to pull from the belly, not from the buns. So keep those buns relaxed. Inhale, tilt forward. Exhale, tilt back. One more inhale, tilt forward, roll it. Exhale, back. Now we'll hold neutral, so right in between those two tilts, we'll keep that nice curve in the low back, but the belly is strong to support it. Let's take our thumb to the rib cage and our middle finger to the pelvis. So we can just feel that there's no movement there. Still working on awareness, but as we draw that left knee in, we want just the thigh to come up, and then as we exhale, we straighten it out. So we don't want to feel any shifting in the hips and those fingers. Inhale, flex the foot, come in. Exhale, lengthen out. So that core is tight, stabilizing the torso and pelvis. As that knee floats in and out. As we focus on that core, we want to make sure that the neck and shoulders are still relaxed. The neck and shoulders and hips tend to always want to help out that core. So let's really bring our awareness back to the muscles between the shoulders and hips, in the belly and the back. Last two. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Great. Let's ground that foot. We'll switch legs now. Stay grounded. Inhale, flex foot. Exhale, straighten out. Nice and slow. So we're in no hurry here. We're actually still trying to connect the brain with all those muscles, telling the brain to tell the body which muscles to be working and which muscles should be relaxed. Core as strong as if we're cemented to that floor. And exhale, just that thigh is moving. Last two. Inhale, relax head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale. Inhale, flex foot. Exhale, point those toes, long stretch. And great. Let's meet back at classic Pilates. Now, grab hold of that ball. If you don't have a ball, it's not a big deal. I will just be cueing for the ball, but you don't need it. You can use a block or a pillow or nothing at all. So if you do have that ball, place it right between those hips, just above those knees. So we want to take just a moment to feel those inner hips and where those feet are. So almost roll a little bit more pressure to the insides of those feet. A lot of times we spend most of the day on the outsides of those feet and the outsides of those hips. So we want to roll the feet in just slightly. So that engages our squeeze on the ball and our inner hips a little bit more. Now we want to draw that lower core in. So start with the pelvis and roll, kind of feel that the muscles engage to the belly button and then all the way around that torso. Shoulders are back and down. We're just going to add little squeezes on that ball just to bring our sense and awareness to the inner hips, but all the way up that midline of our torso. Through that spine, staying long and strong as we press, press, press. And this press is not like you're trying to pop that ball. We're just trying to squeeze it. So it's about 60% effort as we squeeze for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now keep a slight squeeze. We're going to float those feet up to tabletop. So we want those knees stacked. We want those heels in line. Relax the arms now slightly out to the sides with the palms facing up so our shoulders and neck are relaxed. As we add those little presses back in, so we're pressing on that ball or an imaginary ball or a pillow or whatever you need to squeeze. And keep that core strong so we don't want too much arching in that mid-back. Keep those ribs in for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The only thing that changes here are legs straight up. Now if that feels very, very challenging, we can keep a slight bend in that knee as well, with the idea that we want to really try to stretch those legs up, and then third set, little presses up. We should feel those inner hips warming up, the inner core all the way up the midline of that torso, engaged. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So now from here, we're going to come back to tabletop, feeling the core engaged. Bring the arms by the sides. We're going to take that right arm overhead, so just the thumb touches, and that left leg pushes straight up to the sky. Hold it there. So feel all the muscles stretching and strengthening and lengthening at the same time. Back to tabletop, arms are down. Now that left thumb is going to go overhead, and that right heel is going to go up to the sky. Holding it there, core is strong. Keep breathing, and then back down. So we're still working to connect that brain with the body. Let's switch. Opposite. So we've got a lot of moving parts here. We're squeezing a ball. Opposite arm to leg. Working that brain back to center. Switch it. Right leg, left arm. Core is strong. No momentum. We're squeezing that ball. Back down, one more on each side. Stay connected. Breathe. Remember that inhale is through the nose, the exhale is through the mouth. Center. One more time. Right leg, left arm, hold. And release. Both knees into chest. Let's circle the knees around. Remember, we're taking this at our own pace today. Circling back the other way. And then back to center. From here, let's ground those feet. So again, as the feet hit the floor, we want to roll to the insides of the feet, just so we're more aware of the connectivity on the insides versus the outside for this exercise. We want to reach the arms down long by our sides. From here, we're going to slide the shoulder blades down and just peel our head and shoulders off of the floor. Hold it here. Squeeze the ball and then come back down. Inhale, we feel that length. We want to push the shoulder blades down and just lift the shoulders and then come back down. Maybe each time we get a little bit higher. So exhale, maybe we come up a little bit higher and then come back down. We want to stay connected to the inside on that ball, the insides of those feet. Inhale, and we don't want to lift our feet just to get up. We want our feet grounded. We slide as high as we comfortably can without momentum here. We want to use those muscles. This one's a little more challenging when we're holding that ball. We don't need the ball, but if you have it, you may feel it's a little more challenging. Push down through the shoulders, pull the belly in tight, and lowering back for ab prep. Again, just coming as high as we can without momentum. It may be here and then down. It may be a little bit higher, but no momentum. Push the shoulder blades down, pull the belly in. 2 more here. Use that breath. Inhale down. Exhale. back to center. Exhale over. Great. One more time on each side. Feel that nice stretch in the low back. Keep the chest open. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale over. And center. Great. So now arms come back by the sides. We're going to do a set without the ball between the knees, but we are going to take the ball or block or pillow right under. So actually this one feels really good. If we can just place the ball on the hips around that tailbone area, it allows all these muscles to relax in through the pelvis and lower abdominal area. So we can hold this and just relax here for the next set. Or bring those legs up one at a time to tabletop. So if this feels really unsteady, we can keep the feet down in this level 1, more restorative, feels really good. Or level 2 in tabletop. Holding it here. Feel how once those feet come up, it's a lot more challenging because we're on a ball and those core muscles all the way around the torso are working. So the next one is arms are down by the sides and we alternate arm to leg straight out. So level 3 is a little bit more challenging because we've got only one arm for support with that core on the ball. So taking it at your own pace. Inhale back to center. Exhale. Now level 4, we take and switch without the arms. So, of course, doing this at your own pace. Pick a level that's good for you. Inhale up. We can switch and level. Core is strong. Switch it. Good. I haven't done this one for a while. I've missed the ball. Good. And then we'll bring it back to tabletop so everyone meets here. Holding, feel that core strength engage. And then we'll all bring our feet back down and just relax. So this one feels so good to just let all those muscles relax now. And then we'll lift back up to our bridge, take the ball or block out, go down slowly, ever so slowly. And then we'll pull the knees into the chest one more time without that ball and just feel that nice stretch in the low back. And then we'll bring the soles of the feet together, take the ball into the hands, and we'll just take that ball and tap it overhead as the lower body relaxes. Inhale up. Exhale over. Those knees and hips and low back are stretching, relaxing as we take that ball or block overhead for 2. And inhale. One more time over. And up. So the knees come back to center. Ball is back between those hips, rolling to the insides of those feet. Let's inhale, lift our bridge up to the sky. Exhale, lowering down. So make sure that foot is connected to the floor. A little more sense on the inside of that foot, squeezing the ball, and then lowering down. So these bridges should feel good. Each time maybe getting a little higher as we breathe in. Feel that stretch in the front of the hip as we strengthen the back. Last 3. Inhale up. Exhale low. Inhale up. And low. Last one, we'll hold it up. Hold that bridge as high as is comfortable. Little presses on that ball. Press it, press it, press it. Hips are high, core is strong. Keep that gaze straight up to the sky. So try not to add any head turns while you're up in this bridge. Stay Focus with that head neutral for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna lift the hips up. Little presses for up, up. Hips are high for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and keep it up. Combine the two. Squeeze in, lift up. Squeeze in, lift up. In and up. In and up. Check in with those feet. Make sure the pressure hasn't rolled to the outsides of those feet. We're still connected on the inside more than the outside. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now extra slow on the way down. Use those abdominals to stretch that back all the way out to the floor. Now we're going to straighten the legs out and reach both arms overhead. So we want to point those toes and stretch through those fingertips. Roll the thighs in just slightly onto that ball so we have a good connection. We're not trying to pop the ball, just 60% squeeze there. As we exhale, keep the squeeze. We're going to slide up in our roll-ups to our sit bones where we sit a little higher and then come forward. As we draw the belly in, we reach those fingertips long and then come all the way back up to our sit bones and then lowering back. Squeeze the ball, don't forget about it. Lower back slowly, feel the stretch. Inhale long. Peeling it all the way up to those sit bones. Lift a little taller here and then come forward. Point those toes, reaching those fingertips. And back up, tall and lowering back. Squeeze the ball, lowering back. Inhale, stretch it. Exhale. All the way up to those sit bones, lift a little taller. Exhale, come forward, reach through those fingertips. And up. And then lowering back. Reach up, let's slow this one down now so we are not using any momentum. We're going to peel the head and shoulders up, squeeze the ball, hold, a little higher, hold, a little higher, hold, a little higher, hold, and all the way up to those sit bones, reach to the sky, exhaling forward. And back up, keep those toes pointed. Let's reach to the sky, and then as we come down, we're alternating those arms as we lower down slowly, slowly, slowly. Great. Flex the feet, push through the heels. From here, we reach up to the sky, and then scoop it forward. So the belly button is pulling away from those fingertips. Relax the head. Come back up, reach to the sky, slide down, pull in, and lower back slowly. Keep squeezing that ball. Inhale, feel the length and stretch. Keep that length as we peel it up, reach to the sky. Keep squeezing those inner hips. Draw the lower belly in 1 more inch as we hinge forward. Pull the stomach away from those fingertips. Inhale back up. Reach to the sky. Slide down. Push in. Roll it back. All the way down. Inhale long. Reach to the sky. Last one. Let's hold it here for just a couple extra breaths to feel that lengthening in the back of the body, relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. Good breathing. And then we'll come back up, lengthen right to those sit bones so we're sitting super tall. As we lower back, draw the ribs in. We're going to alternate those arms again, going extra slow. So resist gravity, resist momentum as we slow it down all the way those knees and seal those feet to the floor. Keep reaching those arms to the sky. So we want to lift that chest and just hold it here. So keep lengthening those arms, opening the front of those shoulders. Check in with those feet. Make sure we're rolled to the insides and not on the outsides of those feet. Rolled on the inside. Squeeze that ball. Little presses on those knees. Press it, press it, press it. Right on those sit bones, sitting tall for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Our arms come down as if we're hugging a tree. So we've got that nice big tree in front of us. We're squeezing the ball between those knees, and we're gonna pull that tree in toward us as we lower back just to our shoulder blades, and then come right back up. So you wanna stay on the sit bones, hold that tree, so you've got that nice big trunk in our arms, and we're gonna take that trunk back with us. Now we don't wanna extend, we wanna push that belly down toward the floor as far as we can go without those feet coming off of the floor. So we want those feet grounded, squeeze the ball, hold that tree, shoulders down, ribs pull in, pushing down, and then pulling back up. 2 more, hold that tree, pull that tree in tight. As we roll it back, keep it tight as we push it back up. 1 more, pull it in tight, drop those shoulders, core is strong, squeeze that ball, and back up. Great. From here, soles of the feet are gonna come together, that ball just sits right in the middle. We're going to sit tall and just bring the body forward. That'll just relieve any tension in the hips and lift back. And breathe a couple long deep breaths here. And great. We'll come back up to seated. We're gonna take the ball between those feet now. So, and our hands are gonna come right behind us. So sitting tall, we're going to soften the elbows, but try to keep that straightness. So as we soften the elbows, we're gonna lift those feet and the ball up. So we're still pretty straight in that spine, just softening the elbows to help with that placement of the spine. Core is strong, so we can hold the position here. For some, just working in this position, we'll feel it. Keep that ball. We can begin to straighten the legs up to boat here, or even here, and then tap back down. So option is to keep the arms or no arms in front. Here, lift up, boat, tap down. So modify what feels best. We don't want to sink into that low back. We want to stay up out of that low back here. So we'll feel those hip flexors working pretty hard right now. That's psoas. Don't worry, we'll stretch it out good a little later. Up, lift, boat, down. Options here, stay here, or all the way. Through. 3 more. Up, back, lift, 2 more. Up, no momentum here. 1 more. And great. From here, let's go ahead and roll into child's pose or shell pose. So we want to just open the knees wide and take that ball and push it away. So it feels good to kind of stretch on that ball as well. We get a little added stretch through the shoulders. So do what feels good and don't force it. Good breathing. And up. So now this next one, we're going to come all the way down to the belly. And just do a quick little stretch here. So shrug the shoulders and then come out of the shrug and just hold it here. So we get that nice stretch and extension in through the back here. Drop the chin in so we're lengthening through the top of the head and not here through the chin. Chin is in, lift the top of the head. So, options. To just hold the ball here in the hands with a little squeeze. So this is option one. It gets a little more challenging here for that back. We don't want those toes to come up. We want to keep the toes down. We want to keep the chest up. We're going to take that ball behind us and then around in front. As the ball comes behind, we may be able to lift a little higher and then bring it around. Lift a little higher and in front. You'll need some room to move on this one. Reach it, lift it. Let's do one more. And then we'll switch directions. Lift, make sure those toes are still down. Lift that chest a little higher as that ball comes back. And around, lift. Two more, lift. One more, we're gonna hold the ball behind the back now and lift that torso. Lift those arms, little pulses, up, up, up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, relax. Let's push all the way back to our child's pose stretch. Relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. Let's take that ball and walk it off the right side of the mat. And then we'll push the hands away on that ball. Relaxing the head down and feel that amazing stretch down the left side of the body. Breathe and relax. Now we'll walk that ball over to the left side, reaching and pushing that ball away with both hands. Feel that amazing stretch along the right side body. Relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. And back to center. So now this next one, we can do a few different modifications. So we can do hands flat, fists for wrists, or even on the forearms. So whatever feels best for those wrists. Option with the ball or without the ball. Now this one can cause some little cramps in the hamstrings, so just know that it's okay if you have to stop and stretch. So we want to draw the belly in. We want to take that ball or block between the calf and hamstring. We're going to push the heel up to the sky and then draw the knee into the chest. So we're almost doing a cat and cow. As the thigh comes up, we're looking straight ahead. As the ball comes in, we're feeling it in the core belly. Inhale up, so we should feel those hamstrings and the backs of those legs working a little bit as well. Draw in, push up, inhale, exhale, draw in. Inhale, up. Don't worry, we'll get lots of stretching in when all this is over. Inhale, and out. Draw the belly button in tightly. Let's hold this one up in little pulses up. So draw the belly in strong, maybe even fist for wrists if those wrists are getting tired, or all the way down here. Modify and do what feels best for that body. Core is strong. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll bring it down. Now, before we do the other side, let's do a quick stretch and bring that leg in front. And we'll stretch forward here. And that should feel really nice after holding that ball or block. Just to stretch those hamstrings right back out. We want to make sure those hamstrings stay long, especially if we're working from home and at our computers a lot. We don't want tight hamstrings because that tilts the pelvis and strains the back, so we want to make sure these guys stay healthy. And then back up to center. Let's switch sides. So we'll take the ball in the other calf and hamstring. Find that comfortable position for the upper body. We're going to push through to the sky. Inhale. Exhale as we draw the belly in, knee in. action on the ball or block. Feel that little squeeze and engagement. Sometimes that ball slips away and tries to escape, so just run and grab it if you need to. We'll do 4 more. Pull it in. And up for 3. And in. And 2. Feels good in those hips. 1 more, we're gonna hold it up. Again, we can do fist for wrist or modify if we need to. Little presses, up, up, up. Keep those abdominals strong. Shoulders are down. Make sure you still have a neck and your shoulders aren't touching your ears. Really long, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll bring it down. Legs comes in front. We use the ball as a little extra support. Bring the opposite hand across and come into that hamstring stretch. With each breath, relax into that stretch, pushing the tailbone even further away from that heel if that feels okay. And breathe. And then we'll come back up and move on to one side. So now we'll get a little outer hip work. We got the front, we got the back, now and the inners for sure. Let's get the outers. So we're gonna take that ball once again between the calf and hamstring. And we're just gonna lift straight up and down. Now if we can see the knee way up here in front, we want the knee slightly behind us so we can't see it. We want that core strong and that neck really long. Lift. Foot is slightly flexed and active. And feeling that outer hip strengthening. Of course, that core is strong too. It's our powerhouse where we want to initiate all that power. Then through those hips, hold it up, draw a circle now. So not in front here, we want it straight up and back. So focusing a little bit more on the extension now. The first half hour we did a lot of the flexion in the front of the hip. Now we want to extend it up, back, and around. Up, back, and around. Great. 4. Nice and strong for 3. Hopefully everybody's warmed up a little bit by now. And then we'll hold it. Center, little pulses now back. So almost like we're stamping our foot on the wall behind us. Push. It's not a huge movement, so we don't want to go all crazy with that upper body to try to get that lower body to move back. Just from the hip, extend it back. No movement in the spine. Keep the spine very still and strong. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna bring both knees in. You finally get that knee in front. We're gonna roll the knees in, point the toes, and then open the knee. Point the toes to the ankle, point the toes to the sky. Roll it out, roll it in. Nice strong abdominals, open and close. Open and close. Last 4, in, 3, belly buttons tight to the spine, 2, 1 more, and relax. We'll do the other side now. Rolling over to our nice long line, and then taking that ball. So belly is strong, no overarching in the back. We don't want that knee in front. Just straight up from those hips. Straight up and down. Straight up, down. Good breathing. Looks great. And that foot's slightly active, so we can either flex or point or somewhere in between, but we're pretty active in that foot. Feel those hamstrings. Now we'll add that circle, up, back, and around. So we don't want to see that knee coming in front. Straight up, back, and around. Straight up, back, and around. Try to get that nice circle in. So if you kind of are making a square, try to circle it out. Up and around. Good, keeping those abdominals strong, shoulders relaxed, pushing it back behind for 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Now we're holding it there and just little pulses back. Again, this isn't a huge movement, so we don't want to feel that spine moving. Just that thigh bone and that foot pushing to that back wall. Push it, push it, push it. Good. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then from here, let's circle just a couple more, just to kind of stretch out after that. And then we'll bring those knees in front. We're gonna roll the thigh in, toes up, and then open the knee, point the toes down. Roll it in and open. Yes, roll it in and open. So just as much range of motion as we have and strength without rolling the pelvis. We don't want to move the pelvis. We want everything to stay still and just that thigh bone is moving, really strengthening those internal and external rotators here. Let's go 5 and open, 4, 3, lower bellies in tight for 2, and 1. Amazing. Let's lie down on the back. We can throw that ball away now. We are done with it for today. Yes. So let's cross the left leg over the right. We'll reach through and grab hold of that leg. And we want to make sure that our feet are slightly active so we're not compromising the knee at all. We can even hold under the thigh if that feels better on the knee as well. We want the head, neck, and shoulders to be relaxed to the floor or even to a towel, just so our head is supported and we're not having to hold the head up here. So we want to make sure the head, neck, and shoulders can roll gently side to side as we breathe in deeply and stretch those hips. And great, let's lower down. We'll switch sides here, crossing over. Draw the belly in and we'll pull in. Slightly flexed in those feet just to really support those knees. Head, neck, and shoulders are relaxed. Breathing in and out deeply. And then we'll release and pull both knees in. And then let's release that left leg to the floor. So we feel that nice stretch in the hip. And then circling the ankle on that right side in both directions. So releasing any tension from the foot, the back, and hips. And then we want to push that heel up to the sky. So we have that nice stretch from heel to hip. Now we may choose to bend that supporting leg so there's a lot less tension in the low back if we feel any tension, or keep it out for that nice stretch in the front of the hip. We can lengthen a little bit more if that feels okay, or just hold behind the calf, whatever feels best, and relaxed in the shoulders. Now we're going to bend that knee and take the right arm out to the side. Let's just guide that right knee over to the left side in a gentle spinal twist. We'll look away from that knee and let's take 2 very long, deep breaths here. So the deeper we can breathe in this twist, the more we get out of the stretch. We can really create openness and space in through our low back and hips. And also create a little movement in the organs through our belly and core. Now we'll draw the knee back in so we can realign everything. Then we're going to take that right knee and then just put it down on the floor with that foot just resting on the inside of that left thigh. kind of a 4 shape, I guess. That foot is pressing into that left thigh, the knee is out. We just get that nice stretch in that inner hip. It's like a one-legged reclining butterfly. Feel that nice stretch. Then we'll bring that knee back up, stretch both legs out, reach overhead, full body stretch. And then we'll pull that left knee into the chest and circle the ankle. Again, if we want to bend that supporting leg for a little bit more relief in the back, we can do that as well. We want the shoulders relaxed, the low back relaxed, the hips. And then we'll take that heel straight up to the sky. Relaxing head, neck, and shoulders. Feeling the length from the heel to the tailbone. And deepening that breath. And then we'll bend the knee. Take the arm out to the side and gently guide the knee across the body into our spinal twist. We want the shoulder, head, and neck relaxed, and we never want to force any stretch, especially a twist. We want to allow that body to relax with our breath, really lengthening with the inhalation and releasing with the exhalation. And then bringing it back into center, pulling that knee in toward the chest, realign, and then straighten both legs out, full body stretch. Should feel nice and long. And then let's go ahead and bend those knees. We'll roll over onto one side and back up to seated. So sitting comfortably, and we'll just roll those shoulders out, releasing any tension from the neck. And then we'll relax and gently pull the arm across the body, looking to that side. Opening back up, let's switch. Opening back up, stretch that tricep. So gently guide that elbow up with a gentle pull or push to feel that nice stretch in the back of the arm and shoulder. And then switching sides. Great. And then releasing down. Push those hands